And Zeus is all black network, right?
No, they're not. That's what they say.
Oh.
Amanda Curry is the owner of Zeus Network.
Ooh.
She's a white woman.
Oh no.
She works with SAG, and she's a pretty nice person. Yeah. No, they're not black owned.
They're really running with that narrative.
No, all you gotta do is type it in, fucking Google, Amanda name will come up.
Yeah, it just
I'm done.
look a little deep. Shit, so
But they told me that too until I found out.
Do you have investors?
No, I independent. I financed it myself. Aggregated some influencers to help come in, and King Batch, Amanda Cerny, Destorm, they came in, and I brought them into Zeus and gave them some equity when we first launched. And
I know they were like, yes.
No, for sure. And they really helped to get the network off the ground. But yeah, we've definitely had, and I have some other partners, Shane Norman, Binku, some other guys that are part of the network. But I'm majority owner in the company. I pretty much make all the decisions. But we have a great team. It's a great team. And yes, we are very close to having a valuation of probably $1 billion, if not now. I mean, so yeah.
So Lemuel Plummer, aka Zeus Diddy, as I call him, has been outed for lying, saying he's the only sole owner of Zeus. Now, this has sparked controversy on social media as King Batch, Amanda Cerny, and Destorm Power has come forward to say Lemuel Plummer is indeed not the only owner of Zeus. And not only that, they coming to get their check. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beef for me.
Wah, 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little jokes or whatever the case may be. And girl, we gotta joke this whole Lemuel Plummer, aka Zeus Diddy, aka I'm the only owner, aka the people said you was lying. Girl, this is what's going on. And I've did a video on this before. Basically, Zeus Diddy, aka Lemuel Plummer, is basically going back and forth on social media with some other content creators, such as King Batch, Destorm Power, and Amanda Cerny about who actually owns Zeus, and it has sparked a large conversation amongst the social media users. Now, we all know Lemuel Plummer has been going around all over the place to any and everywhere he could to just say that he's the sole owner. He is only him. He put up his own money, that everything falls under him. But recently, the girls have come out swinging with their head down, saying that that is not true. But in the past, Zeus Diddy, aka Lemuel Plummer, have done many interviews saying, yes, I'm the owner, but also admitting to having other investors and also other people involved in Zeus Network's conception. But before we get into that, I need you guys to do me a favor. Hit that like button on the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Dollhouse. And don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section of what you think about this whole entire situation. So here's the thing. There's a big issue going on between Zeus Network and some of the so-called other co-owners. And the problem is Lemuel Plummer is saying he is the person who put up all the bread, aka the money, and the other people may have helped influence, but they are not co-owners. However, he has done interviews mentioning that these other people, King Batch, Amanda Cerny, and Destorm, they have all helped him to launch the Zeus Network. He's now going around saying that he's the sole owner and these people are losing their minds. Now, legally, Lemuel may have a leg to stand on. I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer. However, King Batch and a whole bunch of these other guys have come out swinging to say, boy, you know you lying. And we're going to get right into it. Now, before I show you some of these video receipts of Lemuel talking about who actually owns Zeus in the past, and also Destorm Powers coming on, blasting him, saying that he owed them money because they are one of the originators of Zeus, I want to get into this old article from Business Strategy Hub talking about who owned Zeus Network. Now, this article was written back in June of 2024. 2024. However, it is something that has been said on many other platforms as it pertains to Zeus Network, and I thought I'd share it here with you guys. It says Zeus Network is an American digital video on-demand entertainment service headquartered in Burbank, California. It was launched in July 2018 by television producer Lemuel Plummer with social media personalities Destorm Power, Amanda Cerny, and King Bach. It says Plummer's parents owned and operated multiple television stations in Detroit. In July 2023, Zeus opened its headquarters in North Hollywood, California. Who is the owner of Zeus Network? Zeus is a standalone private company with no parent organization. The network is owned by its founders and individual investors. Since launched in July 2018, Zeus has featured original scripted and unscripted series focusing on comedy, drama, and other premium content. Lemuel Plummer is synonymous with Zeus Network. However, Plummer launched Zeus in 2018 with social media personalities. Zeus traces its origin to Plummer's background. It says his parents owned 3 television stations in Detroit. The co-founder and CEO solely founded Zeus in the early years. It goes on to say in July 2018, Plummer and his other co-founders established the Zeus Network. TV and entertainment were ingrained in Plummer's DNA. He followed his parents' footsteps to create his multimedia dynasty and made history as the CEO of Zeus Network. Zeus signed a distribution deal with Vimeo in 2018, expanding its reach. However, the network faced several challenges and controversies in the early years. In 2020, Tokyo Tony and B2K lead singer Omarion accused Zeus of non-payment. Tokyo Tony is the mother of Black China, one of Zeus's stars. And later on, Tokyo Tony ends up suing Zeus, and we'll get into that later on in the video. Now, as it pertains to Zeus Network's shareholder structure, it says Zeus is a leading creator-focused video on-demand streaming network launched in 2018. It was founded by Plummer, Destorm Power, Amanda Cerny, and King Bach. It says the co-founders have a stake in the business. Zeus Network is a private company, so Zeus ownership and shareholder information aren't publicly available. It goes on to say Plummer has been Zeus CEO since 2018 and the company's top investor. He directly invests his money to establish the streaming service. CEO Plummer is Zeus Network's majority owner with controlling voting rights. Destorm Power, Amanda Cerny, and King Bach are Zeus co-founders, content creators, and minority shareholders. Wealthy veteran executives tend to invest in innovative ideas. Plummer had 2 investors, Jonathan Rogers and Harold Lewis. Both media execs invested in Plummer's company. He used the investment to transition from selling shows to establishing Zeus Network. Now, this article was written in regards to Zeus Network and who actually owns it. And the name of the article is Who Owns Zeus Network? Now, I want to let you guys hear a couple of videos or a couple of little inserts about how Lemuel has gone around saying Zeus Network got started. One thing I will give him, he's always said that it all comes from him financially, and also the fact that his parents owned networks in the past during the BET run and all these other things. So I will give him that. But the key words here, because words are powerful, is that financially he probably put up the majority, if not all of the money. But ultimately he had help in launching the Zeus Network. So I want to get into a couple videos, you guys. Check this out.
I just felt like it was a void with the streaming space. I just said, look, I gotta launch my own network.
Yeah.
I felt like at the time it was a lot of undervalued talent, and I said that, you know, for me, I want to work with these people, give them the opportunity. I wanted it to really allow them to monetize, have some creative control, and really give them a platform to do some incredible things. And so that's when I said I gotta launch Zeus.
So how do y'all make money off subscriptions? Or?
Yeah, so we charge $4.99 a month, and
Okay.
so we make money every month.
How many subscribers y'all got right now?
I can't tell you that, man.
Okay.
But if you
Because
wanna
then
do it
everybody's gonna be
annual-
counting my bread.
Do you have investors?
No, I independent. No, I independent. No, I independent. I financed it myself. Aggregated some influencers to help come in, and King Bach, Amanda Cerny, Destorm, they came in, and I brought them into Zeus and gave them some equity when we first launched. And
I know they were like, yes.
no, for sure. And they really helped to get the network off the ground. But But yeah, we've definitely had, and I have some other partners, Shane Norman, Binku, some other guys that are part of the network. But you know, I'm majority owner in the company. You know, I pretty much make all the decisions. But we have a great team.
You acting nervous like Zeus was started with drug money or something, bro. Like, relax.
My parents owned a bunch of TV stations, so I kind of grew up in the business.
Okay.
So they came out around the same time as Bob Johnson when he launched BET. They just happened to launch a bunch of religious stations. So we had a bunch of networks in Michigan and New Orleans and several other places. So I kind of grew up in the business. I learned a lot about, you know, television, and just wanted to kind of expand my brand outside of religious television and really, you know,
You did
go
do
a
that
little bit more
preacher show.
mainstream.
You did do that.
I did the preacher show, Preachers of LA. That was a show that I sold to Oxygen. But you know,
Your parents were your mentors?
they were definitely. My
Word.
parents were mentors. My brother, you know, who I've worked with for a long time, LJ. He's been a mentor and somebody that I've worked closely with. Also, the president of Zeus, Jason Tobert. It's actually his birthday. Happy birthday, Jason! His birthday today. But he also worked for the network, and you know, it was great. It was I learned a lot, you know, working with my parents, and you know, again, wanted to go a little bit more mainstream and do something different. And so that's why I came out and went out to LA, and so just, you know, the rest is history. So and yeah, they had a lot of success. I mean, they've had the networks for I mean decades, and so it you know, again, it was great. But I wanted to continue and carry the legacy. So, you know, in a different way. You know, religious TV is completely different than what we're doing over at Zeus, but you know, a little different.
All right, so you guys just saw that footage, and basically he has always said that he was one of the primary, if not sometimes, depending on the interview, he said he's the only investor, which we know that to not be true. He has been vocal about having other investors in this situation, but I think the problem here is Lemuel saying that he is the sole primary owner and only investor and only person in Zeus Network as far as his creation is a problem, because what we do know is he did start with social media users. I mean, think about it. Nobody would watch Zeus Network if they just saw Lemuel. I mean, look at him. His head shaped like a light bulb. Girl, what is y'all talking about? Anyway, I want to show y'all this clip right quick. So this is a video of the night Zeus Network launched. In this video, you'll see a whole bunch of content creators, but most importantly, you'll see Amanda Cerny. Is it Cerny or Cerny? I can't remember. Anyway, Amanda Cerny, you'll see King Batch, and I think you'll see Destorm Powers in this as well. And everybody's talking about their hand in the Zeus Network and its launch. Y'all, check this out.
Very special night. We are here with our Zeus family celebrating the launch of Zeus, you guys. All your favorite influencers are about to walk this carpet, and you know I'm about to talk to them, so let's go check it out. All right, you guys, I'm with the queen tonight, Miss Amanda Cerny. Amanda, how are you feeling?
I'm super excited. It's all real. It came together. We're doing our pre-launch party, so coming out July 13th. I'm super stoked.
And you were actually a part of a lot of the different content on Zeus. What was that like, making that specifically for this platform versus social?
Yeah, no, it was much more organized, and it's a series too, so it's a little bit more exciting because we're able to put a bunch of different shows in order and have a full production team around it and not have it all rely on your own shoulders, which is great, and bring up the production value like by 1,000%. So everything looks amazing.
You just got off a crazy trip, my friend. Can we talk about this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where'd you just come from?
Greece, Mykonos.
Guys, they were like Instagram goals for like, what, 2 weeks?
10 days, yeah. Yeah, it was great. We've worked so hard on this, and it's finally here. And especially after Mykonos, we totally need that, like, body by bottle. I'm excited to launch that, yeah.
You worked really, really hard on this. How does it feel to be here tonight with all your friends?
It was good, and I could just relax and just take it easy and do interviews.
And do interviews that you love to do.
Yes, so much.
One more question. What does it feel like to be partnered on SAG with this?
Oh, it feels amazing. I mean, like, now everybody's dreams can come true. Like, all the content creators who want to be a part of, like, traditional acting, like, this is their chance.
This was your first series on a big platform like this, so what was that like making it? You directed that stuff. You were in it. It was a whole new Adam.
Yeah, it was a lot of writing, a lot of directing, late nights, and a lot of hard work. So I'm excited to see that come into life and for people to enjoy it. I think it's going to be really good.
I'm so excited to be here, first of all. This is dope.
And you have 2 things coming out on Zeus. Can you tell them what they are?
All right, so I have a series. You said that series that I started on Instagram with, brought it to Zeus. It's really dope. And I also got a stand-up series that is really dope. So it's exciting to see.
We've been working really, really hard,
And for it to all come to this, like, we cannot wait for everyone to see what we've been working on. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit. The scholarship is definitely putting the LGBT on the map again. You know what I'm saying? We gotta represent for the LGBT squad. You feel me? And I can't wait till you guys see it. It's lit.
You guys, I'm here with my boo, Lely. How you feeling tonight, girl?
I'm feeling amazing.
You are the creator of Pretty Girls Lit. So this is like, not only are you talent, but the creator. How did that feel?
It feels amazing to be here with everyone, my friends, and my mom who's in town. So yeah, it feels amazing.
I know, I'm very excited. You know, it doesn't hit you in the beginning until you're actually here, and we're like days away from the Zeus launch. So I'm pretty excited. I can't wait for the world to see like our friendship and how crazy we are.
I'm glad that Pretty Girls Lit is together today for this huge event for Zeus, so I'm so stoked.
It's really hard to just decide to move out here and then end up meeting a bunch of amazing people, but everybody around me is so motivated, and they just love to be great and help each other, and that's what helped me, is being around them and them helping me out, and it just worked out.
So there you have it. During the launch, you can see that Amanda Cerny and King Bach are there basically talking about the work they put in to get Zeus off the ground. Now, I don't think that financially they added any money to Zeus Network, as I want to say that I believe that actually Lemuel really was the money behind it for the most part. However, they are being vocal about what they bought to the table. Not to mention every article, every interview prior to the ones of recent, they spoke about how they had part in making Zeus Network. But before we get to exposing a little bit more, I want to touch back on this whole Tokyo Tony incident. So in the article I read to you, Tokyo Tony, along with Omarion and a few other people, were not pleased with Zeus Network at its beginning. Basically, it says that Tokyo Tony had issues with Zeus Network, and Tokyo Tony did an interview on the Blue Couch where she spoke about how she had to go ahead and sue Lemuel Plummer because she was not to be played with about her coin. Now, Tokyo Tony is going to go on to talk about how she is one of the first people to propel Zeus to its fame. And I will say this, the very first time I saw it was her show with her daughter Black China. However, she talks about all the work she put in and how she had to go to war with this Lemuel. And then she's also going to talk about who actually owns Zeus. And she's going to bring up Amanda Cerny and all these other people as well. You guys, take a look.
They say y'all might have created Zeus, so I want to hear your thoughts.
No, I'm gonna give you what's happening. I created Zeus. Let me break it down. Zeus was there long before I came. Can I name some names?
Go ahead.
Birdman. You was there. Can I name some names? Snoop Dogg. You was there. Can I name some names? Plenty of them was there before I came. You don't hear about them. You heard B. Simone show on there. You don't hear nothing about it. You heard TT show was on there. You don't hear about it. But they got big views, but you don't hear nothing. Those fake numbers be a motherfucker, don't they? So they called me. They knew that it was dire straits at the time. Why? I just got backdoored out my house, just left my husband. My friends fucked over me, got all my money, went on free trips and shit, walking on red carpet and shit. Yeah. You know how it go. So I knew that this would be another opportunity to be near China. That's why. I don't need that shit. So they talked to me. I was like, I'll be on her show. I really, okay. So we got on the real Black China, and that's how Zeus claimed, oh, we saw you on that, and you was fantastic, and we just, okay, cool. Well, when I get with them, I see what's happening. I don't see the demonic shit right away. Of course not. They make it look feathery sweet. So I'm looking around, checking out, just watching shit, letting my spirituality feel people's spirit, getting close to you, standing beside you, all kinds of shit. Nothing. So they started talking about the show. I said, listen, let me break something down. If it ain't gonna go my way, I ain't doing it. It gotta be what I wanna do. I gotta run that. I gotta produce that. So, of course, I produced more shit before Zeus. So I said, if I produce it, we could do it. He said, oh yeah, you can produce your own show? So I produced it. And I'm the only, is this the camera? I'm the only producer that produced on Zeus Network.
Talk to him.
Nobody else. Not Black China, she did not produce nothing. You know why? If they produce something, they would still be producing. You don't go be a boss and go back to being an employee. Make me understand.
Facts.
Okay. Period.
Damn, so
yeah, I made Zeus. I made them $9.6 million in the first month and a half at $4.99 a month. That's how many subscribers they got. They never paid me.
Oh, wow.
To this day. I did 2 shows. But I sued them. They thought I didn't have enough money. That's the thing about Hollywood. They drag you in Hollywood so you run out of money. You got to keep paying your lawyer.
That's true.
Entertainment lawyers are not accident lawyers. Let's get that shit clear.
That's facts.
They want $30,000 off the top. $695 for the senior, junior, paralegal, and you're going to pay it right now. So if I was broke by not getting a check from them, I'd be fucked, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
So everybody that walks around with sweatpants and baseball caps don't mean they broke, is it?
Come on now. Come on.
So from that, I sued them. I took them to court, and then I took them again twice because they put me on WeTV with the lies, with China stating, "You ain't raised me. I ain't know where you was at." What the fuck?
We saw that.
So you put that lies onto another network? Oh, let me show you how I rock. Whoop. They settled. And that was that. And while in court, they asked me to do another show, the audacity of them.
Zeus?
Tokyo, can you do one more show for us? While in court. And you know I flicked off in court, right? I got flicked off so bad they lowered my motherfucking money because I went off. I didn't give a fuck.
And Zeus is all black network, right?
No, they're not. That's what they say.
Oh.
Amanda Curry is the owner of Zeus Network.
Ooh.
She's a white woman.
Oh, no.
She works with SAG, and she's a pretty nice person. Yeah. No, they're not black owned.
They're really running with that narrative.
No, all you gotta do is type it in, fucking Google, Amanda name will come up.
Yeah, it just
I'm done.
look a little deep. Shit, so.
But they told me that too until I found out.
There you go. So as you can see, Tokyo Toni talks about her issues with Zeus and how she had to go and sue them and basically still ended up working with Zeus later on. That's crazy work. And that tells me right then and there that Tokyo Toni was probably on the right side of this thing. But even then in this old interview, she spoke about how Amanda Cerny was one of the Zeus Network owners. Now, I will say this. I do believe that she only called her because she's a clear woman and basically to kind of combat the whole black owned situation. But honestly, we can't leave out King Bach. And we can't leave out Destorm Power. Now, I want to get into a little bit of the social media back and forth that's been going on between Lemuel and these other people. And then we're going to get into Destorm Powers and what he has to say about this whole situation and how they started this thing from the rooter to the tutor. I smell a lawsuit coming. Let's get into these receipts on social media first. So once social media users found out that Amanda Cerny, a clear woman, was one of the people who owned Zeus, they lost their minds. Somebody went under her Instagram comments and said basically, "So this is who owns Zeus?" Another person says, "You owning Zeus don't sit right with me." Amanda responds and says, "I am one of the owners, but I haven't been paid $1 from the platform." So basically she's saying, yes, legally I'm one of the owners, but I haven't been getting no coin, girl, so you know I ain't putting in no work. Then she would go on to retweet that comment and say this: "Not sure where all this is coming from all of a sudden, but yes, I am one of the handful of owners of the Zeus Network, and no, my lifestyle does not reflect my significant equity, as I have not received any income from Zeus since coming up with the name on the platform in 2018 to date." So she's alleging that she's the person who even came up with the name for Zeus Network. This is crazy work. So Lemuel sees this and he's not happy, and he has this to say. He says, "Amanda, stop lying to these people. You are a fraud. You buy your followers and likes. I am the creator, investor, founder, and CEO of Zeus. Thank you." And then somebody comments and says, "King Bach addressed this a couple of years ago. He confirmed what Amanda is saying, amongst other things. It seems like you want to take all the credit since people are questioning your boss persona." This is hot. So after that happened, Destorm Powers also made a video addressing this whole situation, and he went into grave detail about how this whole origin story started. And when Lemmy saw that, he wasn't happy. He says, I will address your lies / posts very soon at Destorm. In the meantime, let me know if you're interested in being on Smile LA at Dr. Trev Thomas. I look forward to court / trial. So Lemmy said he ready to roll up his sleeves and go to court behind this. He says because he is the one who owns this and not these other people. Now I want to get into what he had to say. It's a somewhat lengthy video, but he's going to go into detail from the beginning to the end, how this whole thing started. And I want y'all to check this out and I'll come back with some final commentary.
So I see Lemuel Plummer, or Lemon Pepper as y'all call him, is up on X spewing lies. But let me tell you something. Never trust tweets, only trust receipts. I'm about to break down for you the entire situation when it comes to Zeus ownership. I get a call from a good friend of mine, Lemuel Morris. Congrats on your Emmy, by the way, my brother. Lemuel tells me that he has a colleague named Lemuel Plummer who wants to meet with me about starting a social network. His pitch was he wanted to start a black Netflix for influencers and call it the Social Network, which was already a Facebook movie, by the way. He offered me a good amount of equity in the company and said he was going to look out for Lemuel for connecting us. He never looked out for Lemuel. Now, at the time, I had the biggest series on the internet called The Cart Series. Wait, baby, don't do that, no. Had over 500 million views. It was nominated for an Emmy, 4 streamies, winning 2. Then Lemmy asked me, are there any other influencers I could bring on as partners because we needed some heavy hitters in social media for this thing to work. I said, how about I reach out to another longtime friend of mine, King Bach. He had the numbers. Lemmy agreed. Batch agreed to join. Lemmy said we need one more partner, some diversity. So Batch reached out to Jake Paul, but Jake was working on another project and said, I'll at least give y'all an episode on round 1.
Welcome to the Taj Mahal.
Then Batch said, what about another good friend of ours, Amanda Cerny? She was getting millions of views, making millions of dollars off of brand deals. We all agreed. Now at this point, I broke down my equity so myself, Batch, and Amanda could have even equity across the board, and we all became co-founders.
I met with Destorm, King Batch, and Amanda Cerny, who were pretty big influencers.
Yes.
And we ended up, I brought them on board.
Lemmy was supposed to be behind the scenes as the CEO, and the 3 of us were to be the face of the network, myself as the president. In the coming weeks, we started a group chat, and the founders came up with a new name for the social network. Some of the names was trash. Then one day I thought, wait, Nike was a Greek god. They were successful with their shoe and apparel line. Why don't we name ourselves after a Greek god? Let's be Zeus. So then Amanda's like, I had a dog named Zeus. Shoot, I like it.
Destorm actually came up with the name Zeus. We were strategizing and talking about different names.
So then became the Zeus Network. In our operating agreement, Lemmy's job was to put up the money for the first round of content, which he'd get back soon as we launched. Myself, Batch, and Amanda's job was to use our audience and our face and our likeness to blow up the company and give it a legitimate name. Lemmy's like, look guys, I'm a nobody, and you guys have the influence and celebrity to make this work. So that summer, we went hard as hell.
Zeus just came out today. You on this nigga, you gonna die. At what point did you hear me say Zeus, man?
When you looked at me and
permanent
said Zeus?
ink? Subscribe.
As president, my job was also to go out and find as many creators as possible so that we could have enough content to live on the platform when it launched. To drive the necessary traffic to the platform, the flagship shows would be Batch, Amanda, and I also agreed to put season 2 of Cart onto Zeus. Shit, I even called in a favor from Uncle Snoop to pop up in the series, and he looked out for me.
That tears apart.
Strike 1. You've been watching too much Zeus, nephew.
And then we spoke to 25 other creators who are also friends of ours and told them we'll give them a free series on Zeus if they promote the app. Let me promise all of them that they would get a percentage of the subscriptions. They didn't get a dime. So approaching the launch of Zeus, Lemmy calls me up crying, talking about the whole network about to go under because I ran out of money. I physically went into the office that entire summer and edited 4 series for Zeus. Then I put up $135,000 of my own money, paying for Bad Escorts, Caught Season 2, and 4 other creative series. Now, bear in mind, contractually, we weren't supposed to put up any money. But Lemmy said, I'm gonna pay you back as soon as Zeus launches and we're profitable. Now, every show on Zeus has music in the background, but keep in mind, we had no more budget for music. So I called in another favor from my good friend Tommy Brown and Franks, and I said, yo, we need beats for Zeus. They done produced everything from Ariana Grande to Justin Bieber. Tommy gave us over 1,000 beats with a promise from Lemmy that they'd get paid back once Zeus was profitable. they never got paid. We understood that Zeus couldn't just be successful in social media, and we needed a partner in traditional media. So I talked to my boy Fonz, and he links me with Tiffany, who works at SAG-AFTRA. Zeus ended up signing a historic deal as the first social platform to partner with SAG-AFTRA. And because of this partnership, I was also able to get a lot of the creators and actors their SAG card because they had shows and series on Zeus. And let me end up stabbing SAG-AFTRA in the back, by the way. This is why I say don't trust tweets, only trust receipts. Let's keep it going. Now, since Zeus was a new platform and app, there was a lot of bugs that needed fixing. Now, our original tech partner, Nick, warned Lemmy that there was going to be some bugs and problems on launch day. But Lemmy ain't listen for shit. With his Napoleon complex, him and Nick used to get into it. So we throw this big-ass launch party in LA. We had ice sculptures, DJs, red carpet, big screens. Amanda bit the bullet and did this big-ass deal with Diageo for half her rate so we could have Ciroc as a sponsor. We was in it.
It came together. We're doing our pre-launch party, so coming out July 13th. I'm super stoked.
On launch day, all the creators who had a show on the platform promoted the hell out of Zeus. And over 45,000 people joined the platform that day. So now we on Easy Street. Until the next day we get a call from our tech partner, Nick, who said there was a glitch in the system and everybody got into Zeus for free. We had to boot everybody out of Zeus and ask them to rejoin for the subscription price. And if you know anything about people, they ain't paying for shit after they got it for free. So the first round of Zeus was a wash. We had to scramble and come up with a plan for round 2 with no money. Then King Batch comes in clutch and saves the day and brings in our 5th partner, a silent investor named Ben Koo, who put up the funds we needed for round 2. On round 2, we changed up the plan and we used the funds from Ben Koo to make longer form content. Amanda secured Lil Tay, who was huge at the time. Bat secured B. Simone, who was huge at the time. I secured Quay, who was huge at the time. And Lemmy secured Michael Blackson. Those shows with TT being the flagship gave us enough subscribers and enough income to make it to the next season for even bigger shows. Now, Lemmy controlled all the money at Zeus. And at this point, myself, Batch, and Amanda were pushed out while Lemmy's taking these interviews acting like he did it all by himself.
But you did have partners. She did have partners. What happened to them niggas?
You tell me.
Man, I'll Google this shit. Stop it, man. No, I remember seeing them.
You tell me.
So you bought them out, right?
You tell me what happened to these guys.
No, King Bach. Yeah. So King Bach, Amanda Cerny. That's what I was like. That's when they were lit.
Like I said, I created Zeus. I ended up investing my own capital. They didn't put in any money. They didn't do anything.
He seized all the Zeus accounts, got himself all this heavy security, and started spewing lies.
I thought they would bring some value, bring some money to the table, and do their thing, and they did.
Let me tell you something. Anybody who needs that kind of security is either super famous or did a lot of people dirty.
Part of what makes this whole platform special is, yes, you guys are partners and owners with me in this. And what you bring to the table, like you said, is relationships. People would not do this if it wasn't because of you and King Batch and Amanda.
Now, when you have a successful company like Zeus, you do something called partner payouts. Lemmy pays himself, but never pays his partners. To be totally transparent, we had a falling out because a good friend of ours, who is now a successful Latin artist and used to be Lemmy's assistant, told us that he sexually assaulted her. Till this day, myself, Batch, and Amanda, we received K1 tax documents stating that we make millions of dollars from the Zeus network as partners. So we're paying taxes on money that we never received. So while Lemuel Plummer walks through Paris with 5 security guards and designer clothes and purchases, let me just read this, new home, RVs.
Lemmy done bought me a truck for my birthday.
The Zeus network bought you.
Zeus bought it.
Cybertrucks, cars, jewelry, and he's giving out bags to everybody who walks through Zeus's door. The partners who initially kept the lights on and made Zeus what it is today received nothing. Don't let the internet and lemon pepper fool you. We put them on. This guy's a fraud. I had a call a few years back with Lemmy and a Jason Tolbert, who also works there and is too cowardly to say something because he was on the phone call. And Lemmy is like, you guys are fucking losers. I'm gonna drag this case until you all broke. Zeus is worth $1 billion. You can't beat the machine. You'll never beat Zeus. And he's been dragging it. We spent over $1 million on lawyers already. Oh, they're not even part of the company. We have to sit up there and prove that he's on some bullshit. So we'll spend 3 months and a couple $100,000 just to prove that he's telling another fucking lie. We've been literally fighting this dude in court for 2 years, y'all. I found out that Zeus has multiple lawsuits that Lemmy done settled behind our backs. And when you hear all these women on TikTok or you hear Ray J going off and shit.
To all the women that's going through this with Lemmy and going through this with Zeus, like, we hear you and we gonna help you.
We're gonna stay in this room for 3 to 4 hours until you do what I tell you to do.
I don't f with that.
Why not?
Wait. You worked with him
he's
before?
like the Black Harvey Weinstein.
So while Lemmy flies on his private jets and throws out money to crowds off of a career full of lies, keep in mind that if he can do this to his partners, imagine what he would do to someone who is not. Anyway, y'all, this has been my TED Talk. I just wanted to explain to y'all the ownership of the Zeus Network, and you're looking at the fucking president.
Wow. So a lot was said about this situation. And the first thing I can think of is Zeus Diddy is a demon. Like, you have to be really nasty and mean and disgusting to do people like this. Like, you just have to. Number one. Number two, in order to be successful and a billionaire, millionaire in those statuses, you have to step on people's toes. This is why I'm not a fan of millionaires and billionaires, because I understand that they don't honestly get this money. It comes with a lot of stuff, okay? Now, this is what sucks about it the most. The fact that he has more money and these people are going to spend a lot of their capital trying to fight, quote unquote, as Lemmy says, the machine. The odds aren't normally in the favors of the people who are the low dog. They're just not. It's typically in the favor of the person who have the most money. And that's what sucks about this. But I hope that this social media outrage and maybe a little social media justice, maybe a little, court of public opinion can help these guys so that they can get their just due. Because even the fact that he says they're getting tax payments or tax paperwork saying that they have to pay taxes on money they're not receiving, that is insane. But it's not uncommon in Hollywood. This is what they do. We've heard about this with other people in the industry. This is how they keep their money in their pocket, all while making the IRS believe that they're paying the people that they should be paying. I mean, the exact same thing happened with Fat Joe and Big Pun's family. Fat Joe was allegedly telling the IRS that basically he was paying Big Pun's wife, when the fact of the matter is she wasn't paying or getting paid anything. And basically she had to get this publisher to go in and grab this money from Fat Joe, because basically he had been lying to the government allegedly the entire time. Check it out.
Because what happened initially was, when we first made the draft, in order to have a court case stick in federal court, you have to have a $75,000 value or more, all right? So Jelly Bean did his little thing, and, basically he made some story up where it only came up to like 66,000, so it was about to get thrown out. So I had to go back home and find another 10,000, and then get it back to 75,000, so it stayed in court. You know what I'm saying? Then from there we were able to rock on and get the discovery and everything else, and it came up to like I said, we got an auditor, it came up to 2.3, and that was shorts. You know what I'm saying? Would the kids be, okay like they are now? You know what I'm saying? Would Jelly Bean still be sending fake royalty statements from 2014 to 2025 to right now? You know what I'm saying? And even if she did recoup from the 6 figures it was when we saw it, like, is he only going to be paying her like $2,000-$3,000 every biannual, and more lies in the royalty statement? I mean,
So my apologies about the sound, but as you can see, this publishing guy basically found out that Fat Joe allegedly was sending fake royalty statements to Big Pun's wife, and basically they had to go to court to fight that. And in this situation, she actually won. So it's very possible for these guys to beat Lemmy. It's not always all about the money, but it will be an uphill battle. Now, this is what I think. Do I believe that Lemuel Plummer could have done the Zeus Network without the help of these content creators? Absolutely not. He has no spunk, no character, no personality, and he's not even a looker. Let's really be honest. He literally looks like James in the Giant Peach, the Negro version. Like, let's really be honest. A little Steve Urkel tease. But ultimately, he know that he needed these people, and he used them just for that. And once he used them to get him to catapult this doggone platform up to where he wanted it to be, he dropped them like a bad habit, and because now he's in the position to where he has more money and more influence and they don't, he has been been riding this Zeus sole owner wave since then. And it's a problem. Honestly, I really hope that these guys come out on top, because ultimately, even if we go with the fact that, hey, they haven't invested financially, the fact of the matter is these people are paying taxes on something that they're not even getting, and they should be either getting paid and or getting back paid for the money that you claim or allegedly claim to have given them, and also basically rights to say that they have some sort of ownership or stake in the company. I mean, it just is what it is. What do you guys think? Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.